So it's become kind of an old saw in business language that we're all in sales. And we here at Sage Presence do agree with that. But we do recognize that when it comes to professional service organizations, it's really important that as a leader, you want to be very clear on who is doing what inside of this sales activity. Because sales really does imply a fair amount of activity. And if you aren't clear on that, a bunch of your team members could be somewhat concerned, somewhat anxious about what you are asking them to do. And they can be burning a fair amount of energy on doing the wrong stuff. So we here at Sage Presence think about it on three levels. Level number one is the very active sales level. When you have seller doers and when you have dedicated BD folks, these folks are going to have a lot of process that they're responsible for, a lot of sales process. They're going to be using your CRM a lot, and they're going to be engaged in a process of meeting prospects and leading them through the business relationship development process. They're going to be pre-positioning your organization. They're going to be listening for opportunities, and they're going to be scheduling regular conversations. Second level is for the folks on your team that don't necessarily have to have this on their radar all the time, but these are folks who interact with prospects and clients a lot. These are folks who participate in the job, who interact with members of the project team that don't necessarily work for your firm. They interact with the client on a regular basis. They go to conferences. You want these folks to be able to represent your organization powerfully and effectively whenever the opportunity comes up. So you want them to be able to communicate your value proposition. You want them to be able to engage other folks in conversation and learn about who they are and find out if these people should be ongoing relationships for the organization or for themselves. So you want them to be able to network, and you want them to be able to communicate the value of your organization. The third level is for folks who maybe only interact with existing clients because they're on site. Maybe they are so low down on the organization that they just go to work and they do the job on a project. Now, I know a lot of our clients very often don't think of these folks as needing to participate in sales in any way. We think of that as a lost opportunity. If you run a construction company, when you have somebody pouring the concrete, if somebody from the client organization is on site and having a conversation, maybe about the project at hand or about a future project, wouldn't it be fantastic if this concrete layer was able to listen in on that conversation and listen perhaps for an opportunity that said, hey, did you know that we could help with that? Would it make sense for me to connect you to so-and-so on the team for you to have a conversation about that? Little minor opportunities like that can slip by all the time if your team members aren't listening for that kind of opportunity and aren't injecting themselves into the conversation. It doesn't take a lot of training. It doesn't take a lot to put it on their radar and to have them be able to focus on the project at hand and be able to participate in the conversations out here at the same time. But like I said, the opportunity slides by if it's not on their radar. So we recommend those three levels of thought as you think about who on your organization should do what in relation to sales.